so smart. It was so smart.
Well, it was, we were in the middle of negotiations, and I got asked to do the podcast, and all of a sudden, just in the middle of our conversation, I thought, why don't I just start this little thing? My publicist was sitting behind me, and I was saying, what did I say? I was like, so do you think people will watch it? Like, did you think if like some of the same characters came back, and then I kept looking back at her.
And Chris Hardwick, being the nerd overlord who couldn't contain himself, was just like, yes? Which is our collective reaction. Anyway, you couldn't contain yourself over a Chewbacca notebook. Do you remember that notebook?
Oh, I do remember that.
Well, we all chipped in and we got you a present.
Get out.
Yep, it's under here, and we'd like to present you with your very own.
Need to listen.
It's on. He's a Wookiee. You don't. He does it. He does it when he wants to. They're unreliable.
It's like Michigan.
That was Sony enough. It does it.
He is. I want to amplify him. This is the coolest thing. Run, don't walk. To go and get. I mean.
Maybe like all the way in the back. Maybe flip all the pages. That's actually, when you think about it, the worst notebook to use in a meeting. Because if you just kept flipping the pages, it'll work at some point. All right, so. But only. You're welcome. We all chipped in and got it. So. You're gonna have to remember all these things because you're about to start shooting.
I don't have to remember Jack, man. I just gotta show up and say my lines.
All right. So
we supposedly shot in Puerto Rico in the middle of winter. We had fake palm trees. You know, we shot in Vancouver.
It was just all Vancouver.
It's all Vancouver.
And you're getting ready to go back like next week.
Like next week, I fucking go on. Sorry.
You can.
Kids in the audience? I'm sorry.
Kids, you're going to hear a couple of new words today.
I'm going on Thursday. Like next Thursday. Thursday.
Like it's actually
happening. It's actually happening. There's been a lot of old stuff brought up, like an album cover, an actual LP cover, and various other things that I haven't seen for a while. And I know this is insane because obviously we've been talking about it for a really long time, but I'm a little bit slow, okay? And for the first time while I was signing this album cover, I thought, man, it's gonna be really cool when that like soundtrack starts and everybody's sitting on their couches or behind their laptops or whatever. I actually got my heart started to...
So it's like starting to set in.
Yeah. That way, but all of a sudden I got, you know, as if I were a fan in the fan shoes, you know, just thinking what that must be like. It's going to be really cool.
It is cool. It's very cool for all of us.
And there's like, you know, there's 8-year-olds and 12-year-olds coming up to me saying that they've been introduced to it and that they've seen all this. That's awesome.
Parenting done right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get the elephant out of the giant UFO room out of the way and ask the question everybody's wondering, are the shoulder pads coming back?
Well, you know what's funny? No. The shoulder pads aren't coming back.
So, David, if I can call him that, Mr. Duchovny, did an interview last week where he said he read the first script and it made him cry. Have you?
I read that too. Yeah, somebody said that to me.
What were the emotions stirring up for? Are you just gonna pet that the whole time? It's super awkward. It's making me feel so uncomfortable. It's okay. No, it's okay.
I don't pet it.
Okay.
think, as I said, I'm a bit slower. My emotional reactions haven't been happening until this week. I've had a lot on. I've been flying around, and I haven't really. I compartmentalize a lot, and so I think this weekend marks the point where I'm now allowed to start having feelings about starting.
Well, what's that process like? Because you played this character, you were Dana Scully, you inhabited this person for so long, and there really was never like a proper goodbye. You know what I mean? And so, what's it like, kind of, really like putting her in a vault and then opening that vault back up and trying to get back into her, into the...
Well, that's exactly, I think, what it's like. And no, we did, and it didn't actually even occur to me. I know that we've been trying for a long time to convince Fox to do a feature, and I think because that was potentially hanging out there, it didn't feel the need for, closure of that kind. But, and so this potentially will be it. Like the end of this run, this short run will be the closure. And so, and then so getting her, waking her up again. And it's she has been asleep. I did an interview this morning and I realized that it was, literally like she has been asleep for 1,000 years, and it's,
she's been in an alien comatose state.
Yes. But I don't. It's not that. The more I read the script, the more it's clear that it will be second nature to come back into it again, and that she is distinctive. She is distinctive from other characters that I play.
So you're kind of looking at this as closure. With David said he's up to do more. If it goes that way, is that how you're looking at it, or are you kind of looking at it, we're going to get through these 6 episodes and then we'll see?
No, I'm kind of looking at it as it being closure.
As closure?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. If you guys have questions, we're going to have you start lining up right here. Yes, behind this microphone. So I would like to kind of go back and it's very interesting. You were 24 when even though you told them you were 27.
Yeah.
You're 24.
Yeah.
We literally saw you pregnant on screen. Your daughter was with you, and now she's 20, 21.
She's 20, and let me tell you something. So you guys probably know this, but there was an episode when I was abducted and my belly was blown up as if the aliens were blowing it up with air or something like that, and it was actually my daughter, Piper, inside me, who is now 20, and her dad used to work on the show. That's how we met. He was art director and production designer, and Piper has been going to Foundation Art School studying fine art, and she just in the last couple months decided that she wants to be a production designer. And so she's going to be working on the show.
That is so cool, yeah.
She's going to be doing work experience from in the same department where her dad was. How cool is that?
That's so cool. Like,
I mean, she's probably going to be working with people who saw, when she was, kicking severed heads around and stuff like that.
Do you, you guys were like a family and really, really close-knit. Do you kind of expect day one to just be like, you never left, or do you think there's going to be a period of time?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I hope so. We were, and I'm sure that there'll be people in the crew that were with us back then, and, just even having the writers who are on, and, obviously Chris and David and everything. It's going to be interesting.
Oh my gosh. We're so excited, right, guys? All right, let's take it to the audience. Hello, what is your name?
Tamara.
Hi, whoa, that was literally like a light from the ship above. That's pretty awesome. What if you just started sailing upwards? What is your question?
It's more of a statement. I need to thank you. Squeeze. Well, I was home by myself watching TV, and my fiance at the time was at work, and that episode scared me so bad I called him at work that night and I said, "You need to get home now." And so we really cemented our relationship around X-Files that night.
And that's how she ended up with her daughter.
But it's been great.
9 months later, a child was born, and
yes, actually, he's right back over there, but he's 10, so it was much later.
Did you name her Dana or Scully?
No, actually, it's named after Alton Brown, but you know, that's another story. Anyway, my point is, a lot of what we've done in our lives has been around reunion work. We've been watching The Fall, which is absolutely amazing. To the point to where one of my best friends, I introduced him to the show, and he calls me back and goes, "You know, I saw her in something else, and she does an amazing American accent, too." So, thank you. Your work has been wonderful.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Hello.
Hi Gillian, I'm Angela, and my question is, so when is the red hair coming back?
Oh, that's a good question.
Soon. Yes, soon.
Are you excited about going red again?
I am. Actually,
It fits your personality.
it'll kill my hair. We're going back to blonde afterwards.
Yeah.
It'll kill my hair. I will be bald in the next film that I do.
Hi.
Hi, it's Aurelia again.
Hi. Do you want to come up and pet my Chewy?
Yes. My question is, how close are you on getting your streetcar named Desire on Broadway next year?
Oh, very, very close.
I loved it.
Thank you very much for seeing it. Very soon, you're going to hear about it.
Okay, I'll go to New York.
Yeah. Thank you. I hope you do.
Hi, you kind of already answered this, but what would be your favorite X-File?
Huh?
Sorry, okay.
Like episode?
Yeah, I guess so. Other than Bad Blood, I
See,
guess.
Bad Blood is great because hometown boy Luke Wilson was in it with really bad teeth. That could have been the alternative title. And I wrote down the line that you say in Bad Blood. I wanna put you on the spot and question you what you meant about this. Arguably, I'm having a worse time in Texas. Wait, hold on, sorry. Arguably, this is when a dead guy is on your table, you're pulling his organs out. You say, arguably having a worse time in Texas than I am, though not by much. What does that mean? What does that mean? We happen to like Texas.
That's a good line.
Do you have maybe another favorite episode?
I probably do, but I couldn't tell you what it is now. I mean,
What about the one you wrote and directed?
Oh, yeah, that.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's my second favorite episode.
And then the one named after your daughter?
Wasn't it? Such a good episode.
There was
so
one
well
named.
written.
There was one named after your daughter. That was a good one.
It was.
Have you been going back and
No, but
watching
I should.
them?
I should, and I probably will. Maybe next weekend.
You've got a lot of seasons to binge watch between now and next week.
Some binging on the weekend. Yeah. Maybe I need to come up with a list. I should probably come up with a list of like 2 per season.
Quintessential. I'm pretty sure we can help you out with that list. Yes. Hi.
Yes, hi. My question is, there's been a lot of debate recently about the meaning of feminism, and I consider Scully to be one of the biggest feminist icons of all time. And my question would be, with so many women going into science and going into the FBI because of your character, do you consider yourself to be a feminist icon, and what does that mean to you?
I don't necessarily consider myself to be an icon, but I do consider myself to be a feminist, and I think that it is also something that hopefully over the next short while we will start to contribute to removing the stigma from it, because it's become a dirty word, and it shouldn't be a dirty word. It's basically it's not, you know, by adding to one community, you're not taking away from the other community. That's not the intention. And so yes.
Thank you so much. I totally agree.
Thank you. Hi, what's your name?
My name's Victoria. Hi, Gillian.
Hi.
My heart's not racing, but
You're very sparkly. Why are you so sparkly?
I don't know.
She's a vampire.
Am I wrong? Is she sparkly?
I am sparkly.
Okay, you are.
My question was, out of all the characters you played, from Stella to Blanche to Bedelia, who would you be friends with, and who would you stay as far away from as possible?
Oh, that's a good question.
I'd probably stay well away from Bedelia. Probably. Who would I be friends with? Yeah, probably Stella. I don't know. It would be fun to have Blanche over for lunch one day. That's a good question. But interestingly, none of them really have any friends. That's true. When you think about it, they don't. None of them have any friends. So I could be their solitary friend. Yes, who comes and gives them advice about sharing.
And also, I hope you do another comedy, but where you're actually like, you could be yourself, because that first comedy you did was kind of really funny.
What? That what?
Thank you.
All right.
I didn't catch that.
I was distracted by her sparkling. The friends thing brings up a good question. There's a lot of people kind of talking about what the relationship between you and Mulder will be like. You know, one of the best parts of the show was your friendship, which blossomed, and you guys had a kid, kind of, together, and we've, you know, that was kind of one of the fun things about the episodes, was that building, you know, tension between you two, and then you kind of acted on that, and I think it'll be interesting to see where you're where you are now.
Yes, it will.
Would you like to add any more comments to that?
Well, I think it is, you know, it is such a vital part of the show, is the dynamic that's going on in any given episode between those two characters. So I think the way that Chris has handled it in the first episode is where it needs to be, and I think fans will appreciate why, and hopefully like it.
All right, last two questions.
Hi there, my name is Michelle, and I'm a pathologist, and I actually had a WWDSD on my locker when I was a resident. I was just wondering if you ever got grossed out or freaked out in any of the morgue or dissection scenes when you were doing them on the X-Files.
Well, most of the time we were doing dissections, we were doing them on rubber dummies. Or the materials that we were working with were, you know, cow's intestines rather than human intestines. I have filmed in a couple of morgues for both X-Files and The Fall, where there have been real people in the freezers, and sometimes people that have just been brought in. And so that's, you know, as somebody who's not really in the medical profession, that's a pretty big deal, to be standing in a room with somebody who's literally died in the last like 2 hours, just behind a piece of metal. Yeah, I'm sure I've been grossed out by, you know, various things. I mean, I'll never forget the guy who's, you know, when I was actually working with a real person pretending to do an autopsy on somebody who we had to place maggots all over his face, and he was he was an extra, probably not getting paid that much, with the maggots trying to dig their way into his, see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Thanks. All right, last question. Your whole life has led to this moment. Don't fuck it up. I learned that word from you.
I'll try not to disappoint. My name's Stefan. I'm a huge sci-fi true crime fan with Lecter and X-Files and whatnot. So my question is, do you have any your favorite parts of the Cops episode? Yeah.
Oh, the Cops episode?
Yes.
That we did?
Yes.
That was fun.
Yeah, X-Files was the original True Detective.
Wow. I forgot about that episode. That was a fun episode. We should do more like that. I couldn't tell you anything specific about it, but I remember enjoying it.
So now you know.
Disappoint
if you see one of the episodes in the 6 episodes,
blame me.
You're not blame you. You're to thank. Awesome. Round of applause for this guy. For the last question. All right, I'm gonna
just say one more thing real quick, which is I just remembered as I was talking to you that there's a film that I did called Robot Overlords, which will be coming out soon, and with Ben Kingsley, and it's a family science fiction film, and it's a proper family film, and it's so good. It's so much fun, and I think you guys, I'm really pleased that it turned out as well as it did, and it's different from anything that I've seen before, and the special effects are really cool. And anyway,
so you're not dropping F-bombs in that?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna steal the real last question. One of my favorite things, it still gives me chills to this day, was as soon as the episode started, after the cold open, and that iconic credit sequence. To this day, still takes me back to the same place of being 10, 11, 12. Do you have any idea if they're going to, I mean, obviously that's a little bit dated now.
I sure hope so. I know your question.
Do you want them to keep the original?
I so want them to keep the original. I don't know whether
I think it would be awesome.
That'd be amazing.
It wouldn't be the same X-Files without that.
I'm with you.
Awesome.
Should we start a hashtag for it?
Yes!
Yeah!
What should the hashtag be? Hashtag
original title sequence.
It's a little long.
Is it?
We have no more characters now.
Oh no. Except title sequence. I don't know.
We gotta figure this out. Hashtag.
What? Keep the credits.
Keep the credits.
Hashtag keep the credits.
Yeah.
Okay, hashtag XF keep the credits.
Where's your water?
Is that agreed upon?
Is that
Credits, no good.
That's not too long. Yeah, all right.
No, this side, no.
No?
Nose over here.
Guys, we gotta wrap it up. Come on. Original X?
Original X? Hashtag original X?
Hashtag original
Do we
X.
have a
All right.
consensus?
I like it. Hashtag original X.
Original
So you guys
X.
go tweet, of course, mention Fox and
Who?
why not? Fox? The guys, yeah.
Don't get me started.
Hashtag original X. So if you want to see them keep the original credits, we're gonna get this thing going. Right? We helped bring it back, or so I thought until today.
Already the
I'm
plan.
We
sorry
did.
to burst your
No,
bubble
we
on
did.
that.
We-
Yes, you
It's
did. You
already the
did.
plan.
We hoisted it on
Yes.
the shoulders.
Yes, you
we'll say
did.
that. So hashtag original X. Guys, please give a huge round of applause